Ugh. I'm stuck. Ow. Oh no. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy December 12th, and welcome to your horror advent calendar. Day 12, which means we are at the halfway mark of our horror advent calendar. If you've missed any of the past 11 horror recommendations, you can check them out in the playlist. But let's see what today's festive, wintry, Christmassy movie is. It came right out! It's a Christmas miracle! Holy shit! Ah, yes. Today, we are going straight up Christmas with Better Watch Out. This movie came out in 2016, directed by Chris Peckover, and the summary, according to Letterboxd, is, "You might be home, but you're not alone." On a quiet suburban street tucked within a safe neighborhood, a babysitter must defend a 12-year-old boy from strangers breaking into the house, only to discover that this is far from a normal home invasion. So, this is a movie that is very hard to talk about without spoiling it. It takes a lot of twists and turns. It's a really unexpected ride, so I really recommend you watch it before you read anything about it. I'm gonna try not to say anything spoilery. This video should be a safe space, but just know there's a lot of twists. The average rating for this movie on Letterboxd is 3.2 out of 5 stars, so mostly positive. If we look at my friends who have watched it, they're mostly in the 2 to 3 range. Yeah, and you can see there's not a lot of like 5-star reviews or 1-star reviews, pretty much solidly in the middle. I actually have a very fond memory of the first time I watched this movie, and it's not because of the people I was with. I watched it entirely by myself in my bed right over there. But I watched it last Christmas Eve. James Janice from Dead Meat made a kill count on it. And at the top of his video, he was like, "Do not watch this video if you haven't seen the movie." And I was like, well, shit, I haven't seen the movie. So I watched the whole movie in my bed, and I had my Christmas lights on. I was just feeling very festive, and it was such a cozy, nice experience. But besides that, the things I like about this movie is I love how unexpected it is. You don't know what you're getting, and I always love that. And the performances are really good. We have 3 young leads. We have Olivia DeJonge, who plays the babysitter, Levi Miller, who plays the kid she is babysitting, and Ed Oxenbould plays that kid's friend. And Ed Oxenbould and Olivia DeJonge were both in The Visit together. They played siblings. If you've seen M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit, I really recommend that movie. Not necessarily a Christmas movie, but you should still watch it.
Shit doesn't taste like chicken. Oh, Shania Twain, bitches!
And that's another very twisty-turny movie, so these kids are good for that. These kids, what? I'm 23. I can't call anyone kid. Again, I'm speaking in vague terms because I don't want to spoil anything, but the characters you're supposed to hate, you really hate. Like, they are the worst, and then it's really easy to root for the characters you're supposed to root for. So, well done there. And if you've seen the movie The Babysitter, that's a Netflix horror movie, and you like The Babysitter, you'll probably like this one, because they have very similar vibes. Not just because it's a babysitter, but they have similar humor, I think, and a similar approach to horror. Not that this follows the plot of The Babysitter at all, but it is pretty unexpected, like The Babysitter is. And I always just think a babysitter-kid relationship is really fascinating, especially like this, where it's like you're in charge of protecting a kid and keeping a kid safe, but you're also a kid. She's like 17. There's a lot of action, a lot of scares, a lot of jokes, a lot of Christmas vibes. It's a pretty good time. Now, it would make no sense for me to have gone on my tirade about the Krampus being so mean 11 days ago and not mention that this movie is a really mean movie. It's mean. It's a mean-spirited movie, but I can also see the appeal of wanting to make a mean-spirited movie that's also like a Christmas movie, because those are not the same. It's interesting.
You're fucking home alone again?
Although I will argue a little bit, because I have seen some people who don't like this movie arguing that it's downright scandalous of this movie to be glorifying certain behaviors, but I don't think that's necessarily the case at all. Like I said before, I think it's very clear who the bad guy is, and as intelligent moviegoers, I think we understand that we don't want to be like the bad guys. We want to be like the good guys. And just because something is happening in a movie doesn't mean that the movie is condoning that or saying you should do this. And yeah, some of the behavior does rub me the wrong way. It makes me feel kind of icky and I don't like it. But I don't think that this movie is trying to turn people into bad people. I don't really get the scandal and the outrage over this. I'm still going to be vague here, but I have seen some people complain that this movie is too true to life, or some of the events that happen in this movie are too close to things that actually happen in real life. And I see that, but again, I think the movie pretty clearly condemns those actions rather than being like, yeah, this was a good thing to do. And like overall, yeah, it's an unpleasant movie to watch because really unpleasant things happen, but I kind of like that a lot of the time. And you just can't deny how festive this movie is. Better Watch Out, what a perfect name for a Christmas horror movie. Like, I'm mad that they did that. Genius. I think it's a super fun time. Probably wouldn't necessarily be in my movie rotation if it wasn't such a Christmassy movie, but they really conned me. I gotta watch it every Christmas now. Let me know if Better Watch Out makes it into your Christmas rotation this year, and let me know what you think if you do check it out. And as always, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you tomorrow.